All right, guys, here we are. We are here at the new Hilltop, the old new Hilltop, or the Hilltop. I don't know where they got some. I don't know. Is it 15074? Okay, that's good because I got some of the people that actually know a little bit about this place. Um, Somebody might be an owner. I don't know who. I know it's been a big secret. We can't figure everything out. But we're going to talk about some interesting things going on here at the Hilltop. I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves.
Guys, I'm Rich Montini. Nice to meet everybody.
Joe Gradwell, Essex Law.
Okay, that was great, but I don't know what the hell they do. So, what do you do, Rich?
I cook some things every once in a while when they let me. I don't talk to anybody. I hide in the kitchen.
So, Rich has been involved in many restaurants. One used to be my favorite for lunch every day. Years and years ago, when he had his own, he's had other successful jobs and ventures since then. So, I don't want you just to
No, it's okay.
make it too short. Joseph, I don't know what Joseph is because my man's been on like three different ones. He's in retail. He builds houses.
We do it all.
He trains dogs.
Yeah.
And he loves restaurants. But Joe, what is your specialty here?
Oh boy, especially I'm not exactly sure of. But when you said here, I guess you're revealing some secret now when you say what's this.
Oh, I said we're here.
Yes,
We're at
here.
Hilltop in
We're here.
Rochester.
So, lots of different things. Primary thing is I am a home builder here in the Beaver County area, but also love the restaurant bar industry, if you will. So that's what I like to do.
You've been involved in a few. This isn't your first
In a
rodeo.
couple.
Okay. All right. Probably the best athletes ever came out of Beaver County over here. What is your role?
My role, well, I'll be honest, 25% owner.
Okay.
That's my role.
But you got to be one of the draws here.
I don't know if I'm a draw. But
You're a draw here. Stop it. You're
Yeah,
a draw
right.
here. You know. What records do you still hold? Any?
that I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't think Essex even really likes
Never-
football.
Yeah, I don't. I've never.
You're just super damn good at it.
Yes, I guess. Yeah, I just don't. I don't care for it much. So
Okay. All right. We would have had someone else here, but CV basketball is very, very important. So we couldn't get that. So, guys, I know that this has been a big buzz. I've seen things on Facebook. It seems like a lot of people are interested, and I've heard that the one main thing that everybody cares about, because only one part people have talked about one thing that I remember. It's the steak salad. Tell me about the steak salad. Are we going to be having the steak salad, or is that the Hilltop of the past?
The OG steak salad. You are correct. Everybody has talked about that steak salad. And I think it was a lot of our motivation in coming here, knowing that we were going to come to this building and do something here. I think we knew right away that that was the signature of the old Hilltop, was that steak salad. So to answer that question, the big secret is being revealed. Yes, we will have the original steak salad here at the Hilltop 1507.
So, what does it take to? Is this an easy thing, or is this research, or are you just remembering the good old times?
There's definitely some research involved. Found the cutter who's 80 some years old. The guy who used to cut the steaks for Les back in the day. He's cutting for us, showing us what to do. Talked to Les and Cameron and Tori. We got the sweet sour dressing recipe. So there's been a lot of time devoted to replicating the OG steak salad.
And are we close?
I think we're pretty dead on.
We think we're close. We want to get it out in front of some folks, which maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later in our podcast here. But yes, we believe that we're very, very close. Now, keep in mind, it's been about 12 years since anybody's actually put their lips on one of these things. So, there's a lot of buzz, a ton of excitement about this salad. And so for me, one of the biggest excitements is going to be when people first taste that steak salad. Does it bring back those memories? Do they really even remember exactly what it was from 12 years ago? I think the one thing that everyone will most certainly remember, I should say two things, are that salad dressing and the way that steak is cut and prepared. they were the two keys to that steak salad. And yeah.
So the salad dressing was not just purchased in the past. They actually made it.
So there's two schools of thought on that.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't. Oh,
And it's funny.
we're complicated.
In the end, I can't. I'm not going to reveal
You don't need to
which
reveal.
way it goes. But yes, there are some that believe that it came directly out of the bottle. There are some that believe that it was made in house. That is not a secret that I think that we want to reveal, because that is a secret that goes back decades. And so, it is not for us to reveal that secret. We're not going to reveal that secret. But yes, we've got that dressing situation down. And as Rich mentioned a moment ago, and as I said a moment ago as well, the steak and the way that it is, we actually even found that butcher that cut that meat for the Hilltop, who is 80-ish years old now, and will be cutting that meat for us again here at the new Hilltop 15074.
Is he also the source of the meat too?
Yes.
He is, yes.
Oh wow, that's a key. That is, so, and so what I understand is you guys sort of have what I think is the best thing. You have the blessing of the fairs in a way. I think the past owners of the Hilltop, not of what this establishment was before, but they have to be excited. I know they're not in the area anymore, but they have to be somewhat excited that you guys are bringing back what they created a long time ago.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, it's really funny what happened. So let's go back in time just a little bit. That we had talked about a location doing some different things. This particular location became available for us to do something with. So we get the location, and then we're not 100% sure of what we even want to do with the location once we get it. And then kind of just spitballing some ideas off of one another. One day we came up with the idea of like, hey, the Hilltop was pretty darn popular around here, and a lot of people know what it is, and maybe that would be an idea. So we kind of got a little overzealous, I would say, and we came up with the idea, said, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do it, and we started to kind of tippy toe forward with it a little bit, and not thinking, it's a lot like as a man going to want to get married, you typically go to the bride's father, ask permission and so forth. Well, we didn't ask the father of the bride for permission. We didn't really think about it. We were just so darn excited that this place had such a masterful salad, and that we knew that everybody in Beaver County was going to get excited about it, that initially we didn't do that. We didn't ask the father of the bride. And so, we get excited. We put the idea out on social media. Everybody in the area is going crazy. They're very excited. And then one day popped up Cameron Fair, the son of Les Fair.
Yes, we are
And,
Cameron.
and he was so kind, and he put forth such nice words, and he was like, and you have my family's blessing. And from there, I noticed Tory Fair, Cameron's sister, Les's daughter, got on kind of wishing the same. And when I saw that, I was like, oh boy, like I felt like a heel. You know what I mean? Because we should have probably reached out prior to, and we did. We were just so darn excited about taking this brand that everybody in the area knows, and breathing life back into it again. Because since the fairs retired and moved to the south, that was it. Just one day the Hilltop was gone, and we all remember it. Every one of us, every person that I ever talked to knew what the Hilltop was and has been here before. So we just hope at this point that we can do the fairs proud. The fairs actually were from, at least as I knew them, from Beaver. So I remember the family when I was a little kid. I think Cameron and Tori were both closer in age to my sister. I'm from Beaver, by the way. That's why I'm saying all this. But we just hope we can do that proud, bring a product that everybody can, again, talk about in the area.
Okay. Well, that was, you're saying 12 years ago?
Yes, I'm talking about it.
This looks pretty darn good. So this isn't, you're not, people aren't going to come here. This is going to be the Hilltop 2024, Hilltop 2025. This is the new,
2.0.
this is 2.0. So, when I was setting up, I was listening to you guys talk. You're talking about you have wine tasting, things like that coming in. So we know what the Hilltop was. What's the new Hilltop? What is it going to be? I know we have a bar. We're in the bar right now. We're in the bar side, but we have the dining room side. Is this people flowing back and forth? Is this one place? Is it two places? What is it?
So I think it's really important for people to understand the evolution of Hilltop closing 12ish years ago to today.
Mhm.
In between there, and there are a lot of comments, people asking about the old lava light that was inside, and are the furnishings going to be similar to what they were when the Hilltop? Well, because of that evolution, and because there was somebody in between the fairs and ourselves doing this, the entire place has been remodeled. So it will not look like the Hilltop of old. It just isn't. You know what I mean? So you've got a very nice new building inside of here. And so it's still going to be maintained that way. You're correct. There are two separate sides. There is a restaurant side. There is a bar side. We call it the Hilltop side and the 15074 side.
Okay.
So,
That's interesting.
obviously drinks will be served out of the bar side over to the restaurant side, and obviously food will be served from the restaurant side over to the bar side. So yes, it's all one business. Everything is linked together. But the important thing here is, this is the Hilltop 2024 version. So it all has been remodeled and redone.
Yeah. And I mean, the bar is really nice. And when are we thinking we could be seeing? I know that,
$9 question.
Yeah, right.
$9 question.
I mean, I know you got, I guess the one thing, and I made it a joke of you being just an athlete, but
Yeah.
you are very familiar with the restaurant and bar industry. This isn't your first rodeo with these things either. So I know you guys are all taking experience from the past. So I know that these aren't, we've seen a bunch of startup restaurants. We've seen them come and go. So, little plays, little stories. Only Joe understands. Only Joe understands that. But
That's a little crack on me from a previously owned restaurant. To answer your question though, we've had some things to update along the way as progress has been made. The establishment itself, we are within moments. We could be finished up on the inside. The health department was through here last week. We got our blessing, so we're all approved there. So everything is ready to go. We have one more hurdle, and it's not really a hurdle. It's just something we're waiting on, which is the all important liquor control board, the LCB licensure,
the license,
for the bar side itself. And we are very, very close there. Things have been submitted, but it's a process, right? And you just have to wait for that process to complete itself. And that's why we've been a little reluctant in announcing a date. We've seen this happen over and over again. We get very excited that an establishment's going to open. We think it's going to open a particular day, and then 6 months later it opens because it just took that process sometimes take longer than you
so
anticipated.
things aren't necessarily all in your control right
Correct.
now.
Correct.
And I'm guessing you have no interest of opening without being full service with liquor and everything. That makes sense. So you do it right. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So I know Joe was listening to you, the three of you talk about coming up with some idea, a promotional idea. What was that?
It's Joe's great idea.
Yeah.
We talked about that or no? You don't want to talk about that.
Willy Wonka over here. You got an idea.
Willy Wonka. So, we want to be able to get this OG salad out there, and we want to be able to try it. We want to see what the public thinks about it. And we were talking about maybe different ways to do that. So we came up with this idea, for anybody that's ever watched Willy Wonka before, you would know that Willy Wonka gave away the golden ticket. And so there were only X amount of golden tickets that were able to be given away, and each golden ticket winner was able to bring a guest with them. And so we're thinking of maybe trying to mimic that same idea, just put a little bit of fun, a little spin on it. And so I would suspect very soon that golden tickets will be able to be earned and won, and there will be a very limited quantity of 10, and those 10 be able to bring 10 people with them. So one per ticket.
Right.
Um,
then we did debate about doing multiple, 2 or 3 of those gold.
Yeah.
Right. So again, just trying to have a little bit of fun with it. Give us the opportunity to get that salad in front of some of the public, and get their opinions and say, hey, you're there. I just had a flashback of 20 years ago, my taste buds.
Well,
So
since you guys have been here, in and out of here for the last few months, what's the reaction from the neighbors? Are they excited or?
We have people come in all the time, ready to eat.
It's a true
Every
story.
day there's somebody.
As soon as the doors are open, people are walking in.
So that's great. So it seems like it'll be a nice little addition back here again, the way it was.
I know we're super excited. We really are. And everyone that we talk to, I think, is very excited about it. Again, hopefully we can meet everyone's expectations, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And, it's been a lot of work getting to this point, particularly Essex over here and our fourth partner that we don't see here today, Dennis Vaughn. He's off coaching.
He is coaching. He's coaching the CV JV team.
Yes.
It's going to be competing against my son, and he's very.
That's funny. So we're missing him today, but, everybody kind of has their unique thing that they do here. And you're right. Everybody's been or dabbled in the industry. Richie owning his places before, as you mentioned earlier, and also being at several very successful establishments since then. Essex and his wife, they come from a long line of running some mega successful Pittsburgh chains that are out there.
I was going to say, your wife knows a thing or two about running a restaurant.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, he's run some pretty big chains before, and so we have tons of confidence in Miss Chris, and she's going to steer us all on the straight and narrow and get us all a little bit better at this industry. And then Dennis and myself, we come from a little place, together. He and I are partners, a little place in Bridgewater called the Grumpy Beaver. So we decided to come this side of the river and see if we can make something happen over here as well.
So compared to the Grump and things like this is like I said, has its own dining room, bar. It's a little more modern.
Yep.
Is this going to be a family restaurant, or is it more adult, or is it like, hey, the family's here, like some other restaurants during the day, but at night that's when the adults can relax and have a good time at the bar. Is that sort of the goal?
It is sort of the goal. We want to bring a fantastic food product that you can bring your family to, which is much of what the Hilltop was. It gave you that opportunity to come out with the family. And then, after, again, when that side of the establishment closes down, then we get into the bar side, right? And so then that's where we can all come out, have a couple beverages, maybe watch a Steeler game, whatever the case may be.
And during this, we actually got somebody walking in the door. Can we help you?
Oh yeah, I get it.
Okay.
We take care of this.
So
You want to be on camera? You can be on camera.
You still there?
that's funny. So so we're looking to be a little bit of both. You know what I mean? We want to be that family place, but then later on give everybody a place to kind of hang out.
Are you introducing any of your own recipes, Rich?
So
Or are you just
so what?
fulfilling Joe's dreams?
So, yes, and yes. Take care of Joe. So what I think we're trying to do, we're trying to be unique in the area. We're trying to do something totally different than, somebody made the comment of another restaurant just opened up. But, it's the same menu, same Beaver County, same kind of thing.
Right.
One thing that we're trying to pull off is to come up with a menu and environment that is something totally different than you're going to see anywhere else in Beaver County. So some of the items we're going to do are going to be different than you would see anywhere.
Give me one or two items. I know you guys talked about what is something besides the steak salad
From the old Hilltop. We're still nailing that down, but we've had an overwhelming outcry or outpour, whatever the right word may be, for what was called the Hilltopper, which was a sandwich that was done back at that time, and smelts of all things. So I think what'll happen is, and for myself, smelts wouldn't be a thing, right? But the people that loved and remembered having smelts, and nobody does them locally. And so that will be something that we will probably take on and we will start to do here. And then again, mixed with some surprises from Chef Rich over here.
So
that also
if you do want to try some smelts, I can make sure I can make them gluten-free just for you because we already have a gluten-free fryer. So I'll take care of you.
See, now that's a big deal. Okay, you gluten-free people out there, like myself. My man Rich will take care of you. I know Joe will laugh and think it's a big deal, but us gluten-free people stick together, and they like to know when they ask the person, when they go in the back, somebody knows what the heck we're talking about. I'm telling you, if you're gluten-free or have any food allergies, This man here knows what you can and cannot eat and prepare it properly. And I know that's a joke, but there's a lot of handicapped people like me out there.
I mean, this is
Joe says it's not a real disease, but it is, and you people out there know it is.
That's coming from a fella who doesn't have trouble eating anything. You can tell. So, but yeah, so again, all very exciting. Food menu is going to be, a little mix of what was there in the past and then modern day new items that'll go on that menu, along with we'll be having features and things like that. So that'll kind of change up on a weekly basis, things like that we do. And then we're even looking to do, certain particular nights. Maybe we'll do different things on different nights, specials for particular evenings, particular nights, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
So, and I know for Essex, one of his things is Essex is a big cigar smoker.
Okay.
And on this side, on the bar side, we're looking to have like a cigar night where we'll do that. We have a state-of-the-art cigar smoke eater here.
Okay.
And I've tested it. We have tested it over and over and over again. We've sat in here with a room full of people, smoked these cigars.
And
It sucks them right up. Obviously, you're going to smell them if you walk in the door that
is it a
minute.
roof?
But when you come back the next day, zero smell whatsoever. Yes. So it is.
even in the
doesn't
moment,
really-
it's not bad. You can
Really?
smell
Really
it.
great.
It's not that heavy smoke you would associate with cigar smoking.
Yes. So, for any type of bourbon whiskey drinker that would like to have a cigar, we're looking to have a night, that we may do that maybe on Tuesdays or something like that.
Okay.
Not that that'll start immediately. I have a feeling it might be a little bit busy in the very beginning.
Mhm.
But once things simmer down a little bit, we'd like to start off some different events and things like that as well.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I think this is every day.
Oh,
right?
boy.
Oh, Dr. Zambelli's here.
Dr.
Look at this.
Zambelli is here while we're doing a podcast.
Sit down for a
Are
second.
you here to?
Well, I was
You're on
hoping
camera,
you're
Doc,
open.
by the way.
I didn't fix my hair. It looks great.
Since ever.
I was just driving by. I was naturally hoping you're open. I haven't eaten yet today.
We are.
Oh, you will be here when they do open.
I told myself, I'll walk stuff down the street if I have to, just for him.
Yeah, see, guys, this is real. We didn't make this up. He just walked off the street because he wanted. What would you have eaten if you come here?
I'd probably have a steak salad.
Oh,
There it is. There it is.
When the previous owner had this, I used to tell him you ought to do a throwback night.
yeah.
And I mean, I remember when my little girl, and actually she's my partner, and I was 3 years old. And we were in the other room. We used to come here for steak salads, and little Allison got up. There was a fellow, probably my age back then, who was sitting there, and she walked over and said, "You don't have any friends." She wanted to be his friend. Historically, since the day I moved here to Beaver County, this is where I had lunch.
Okay.
And looking forward to it. And
Well, these gentlemen plan on putting this back on the map for you to come back here and start eating lunch.
I appreciate that.
And are you cool with us are you good with me putting you on? We have a
Sure.
local celebrity
Sure.
come in here. Can they arrange some fireworks maybe one time?
It's a good idea, Greg.
We could do indoor fire.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Fantastic. That's awesome.
Great seeing all of you, and thank you for putting this all together.
Appreciate it. Thank you for stopping in, Dom. Take care.
Well, Joe, I guess you guys aren't lying. You do. Okay. Rich, you do have people coming off
Yeah.
the streets, and isn't that funny? That is the first thing he said. Guys, I swear to God, that just happened. Okay.
Greg, it's every day. So like every day, if this door's unlocked, we're here, whatever we're doing, 2 or 3 people walk in
That's got to be
without fail.
That's got to be a great feeling.
Well, I think the other great feel for me listening to his story he just told a moment ago was, and again, if you were to look on social media at the comments that people make, they tell stories of their kids being here and, just different experiences and, so many things that Les Fair was a part of in these people's lives. I mean, all the comments are out there. You can
Yeah.
read them, you know what I mean? And so everybody that came here had a story, you know what I mean? And it's just so awesome. It really
Yeah.
is. That's why this is so exciting to me.
Well, guys, I'm excited. I think this is probably one of the better venture restaurants concepts. I mean, it just fell into place. The building made sense. It's available. Yeah. Rich, you're here, which I'm always a fan of you.
Appreciate that.
Joe always it's people like Zorro to get things done the right way. And now bringing, a local Rochester guy here too.
Two of them.
Along with this,
We got 2 Rochester
Yeah.
guys, a Beaver guy, and a Quick boy over here.
so I mean, there's nothing better than this, and I hope you guys all the success in the world.
Appreciate it.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
You,
Thank you, sir.
Wilson. As we know you'll be.